What's up, John? See if you got a good angle. What you up to today, man? This is a piece of ash from my backyard that I harvested probably 4 or 5 years ago. And let me find my drive spur, that might help. Got stuff buried. You know how it goes. Okay, sounds good. Hey, what's going on? Well, that's a big dude. I'm doing good. Ooh, man, that thing. It might be bouncy. We're gonna try it. It might take a little bit. It's pretty wobbly. I can't see my comments very well, guys. I got the camera at a weird angle. So appreciate you guys being here. This is a piece of ash from my backyard I harvested years ago. I let it dry about 1 year per inch. I'm gonna have to bust out the big boy. What's up? What are you guys up to today? Smash that like button for me, guys. It's a little shaky. I think I'm going to go ahead and screw that into a faceplate. Let me grab a faceplate. Give me just a second. change this up just a little bit. It's going to be easier to turn. I'm just going to hook it up to a faceplate. Get this that side's pretty straight, pretty true. Get a couple more long ones here. Thing's about to die. This should be a little better. Pop this guy out. Did you guys catch the Whacking Shack earlier? He was live for over 3 hours. Man, he's making some good stuff. And then 77 Rockets was live this morning, pretty early, I think about 8 a.m., 10 a.m., I can't remember. I'm curious to see what the grain on this one looks like. All right. Now this should let me take a little bit bigger bite. So we'll get it turns true quicker. Still pretty shaky. Gotta make sure my lathe doesn't come at me. That means I need to slow down just a little bit. My lathe isn't bolted down. Take a little bit, but you know, I'm gonna bust the hand planer out. You guys ever do that? This helps on these crazy ones that are so bad. Let me grab some power. Speeds it up and saves your bearing. Hey, Rich, what are you doing, buddy? Heidi, how are you? Hey, Runick. I can't see all the comments. I got the angle changed today. Hope you guys are doing good. You thought I was kidding, didn't you? It works, man. It takes that high spot off so you can get those knots out of there. All right, let's see if it's any better. Yeah, it's not as shaky, so I can speed it up a little faster. I'm about 400 RPMs. Eh. Let's try the carbide, see if we have any better luck. The round carbide tool. Yeah, that's looking better. That's better. Hey Rich, you play any golf this weekend? Turn it up just a little more to about 450. Alright guys, we have 15 likes. Smash that like button for me. Appreciate you guys. Whoa, there we go. Alright, get better. We're about 500 RPM. Alright. See if I miss anything in the comments. Delon, hey buddy. Hey Joanne. Thanks for joining, guys. We're gonna keep going. Getting better. Let's speed it up a little faster than 5. Almost about 600. We're going to move our tool rest closer to the work. You want to keep it as close as you can to the work without touching for safety. We're about 700 RPM. That roughing gouge, see how it does now. Oh yeah. Mucho better. Alright. Let the tool do the work. You're just kind of holding it in place and moving your body. Kind of lean into it. Let's change up the view a little bit. Show you the other view here. Woo, baby. Rich, I hope it was a great day at the golf course, man. Let's go up to about 800. Let's switch to the big boy. Let's see what that looks like real quick. Looking better. We might leave a little bit of that natural, you know, I didn't even have this pushed in, you dork. Dang it. Sometimes I forget, you know. Yeah, that's a little better. All right, let's speed it up to about 1,000. See what that looks like. All right. Heidi's in the house. Hey, Heidi. Now, guys, Heidi is starting to learn how to turn. She just made a bowl. I saw it, I think, was it yesterday or the day before I saw it? I think I want to try to leave some bark. That grain, let me show you this grain. It's cool. This is elm. I want to leave some of this brown if I can. We're going to keep trying to make it round or cylinder. All right. Yeah, DeLon's been making some cool wood spirits. I caught one of his lives. Actually, I've been on 2 of them in the last few days. You're doing good, DeLon. They look really good. You guys should go check out DeLon. He has a Thursday night live as well. I think it's Thursday, isn't it? All right. Let's get rid of the big boy. Go back to my normal roughing gouge. I'm going to speed up to about 12 or 13. Give it a little support. All right. We're getting a lot of that edge, but now it's time to move a little closer. A lot of times you can get a cleaner cut if you go slower. I gotta look at a picture. I'm trying to make something like a picture. The top is wide. Okay. We're gonna try to true this up, this end. Yeah, Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. All right, that's looking true there. And on the channel, I use traditional and carbide tools. So I use them interchangeably. Try to. Still learning the skew. That thing's kind of difficult to learn. You should. See what we're looking like. Oh man, I love that grain, y'all. All right, we're gonna be able to keep that. Cool. I think we're gonna try to make 2 out of this. This is a big guy. All right, so let me grab a spindle gouge to try to clean this up. Actually, you know what? This is what we're gonna do. There we go. Get us some breathing room here. Yep. See if I can do this with the camera in my. I think I need to sharpen this dude. Yeah, I do. All right. I'm gonna flip it over, switch it back. Starting pretty steady, pretty cool, right? Wow, 217. Thanks, guys. Bust out the skew, see if we can do anything with it. Oh! That ain't good. Oh man, took a big old chunk out of that knot. Sometimes that happens. Let's make it a little less wide. Still learning with that skew. How we're looking. That's looking, man, that's got a little spalting in there. That's pretty cool for a piece of elm. I love that. And that knot's just going to have to stay. So we'll just drill it a little thick. All right, so we're going to go ahead and drill it out. I'm going to sand this on the outside before we drill it. Love it. Oh man, that's pretty nice, y'all. That's looking pretty decent. It's from my backyard, so pretty cool. I'm gonna flip it around, reverse it. I thought I was. Yeah. Maybe not. My reverse isn't working. Okay, I dig it. All right, let's keep going. That was 120. Let's jump up to some 180. Well, I say that. There we go. You guys getting any shop time in this weekend? I took it easy today. Watched several lives. Now we'll do some 220 and then we're going to hollow this thing out. All right, that's looking good. All right, let's get a bit over here. All right, we got 27 likes. Thanks, guys. He just said, hey, y'all. Joe, what's up, buddy? John up north, what's happening? Sorry, I'm not seeing the comments. I got the phone at a different angle. I can't really see very many of the comments. I'm just pushing on the end of this. Instead of cranking it. Cranking it really hurts. My hand, it seems like. See what kind of length we can get. Okay. Oh yeah. Using my spindle gouge, try to hollow this out. Let me bust out my new steady rest. Let me get that. Because I think I got this from BM Wood. I think it'll work really well for this situation. I only used it a couple times, so bear with me. Let me go grab my square. Helps everything track. Josh from Last Breath Woodwork gave me the tip. I've only used one of these once. I just got this a couple of weeks ago. It's called a steady rest. It helps keep your turnings stable, especially when you're drilling and you have a long piece of wood like this. So this should help give me some support while I'm hollowing it out. I'm gonna make sure all three wheels are spinning. They are. So thank you, BM Wood. They also sent me some chucks. That one I've been doing for my ornaments has been phenomenal. I'll see if I can put a link in the description if you guys want to check them out. They've been great sponsors of the community. Do some ingraining. Let me switch so you guys can see this. See what you think. I heard from Josh last week. He was on one of my lives. He's been busy. His daughter just got married last week, so he was pretty busy. I think I'm going to clean that up and try to use that. So let me clean this up. See if I have another bit over here. Heidi, what'd you make on the lathe today? Oops, sorry guys. I'm going to put this Forstner bit in. I'm going to make it a little easier to hollow this out. That's the hope. Michael, you've been on a lot of lives today, man. Thanks for always supporting the community, Michael. We really appreciate it, Michael. Man, that Forstner bit's nice. All right, we got 31 likes. Thanks, guys. Michael, I saw Josh last week on one of my lives. He was just real busy with his daughter getting married last weekend, I believe. Yeah, as far as I know, he's doing well. He's just been super busy, man. I know he's been selling a lot of turning at his craft shows, so that's great. Yeah, that's about as deep as we're going with that. I like that steady rest. So we're going to try to clean this up. Well, I don't know. Yeah, I haven't seen them a lot. All right. Little planing cut to kind of clean it up. And I want to chamfer that a little bit. Let's see if that did it. Michael, I've got all the stuff to make pins. I made a couple when I first started years ago. I don't know, you guys making all these pins makes me want to try it again. I've got all the stuff, you know what I mean? See what that looks like. It's looking okay. We'll break it up with some 50 grit. Got a little chip out there. I think it'll be fine. Oh, hello there. Got under me. A little crowded with that steady rest. Plus I got to slow it down to sand. I usually go about 500 or 600 max. Awesome, man. I know, Michael. That's the universe's way of saying, hey, start turning pins. You know, if people want to see it on the lives, I'll start. I mean, I've got all the stuff for it, and I have a bunch of blanks. I'm going to start hauling, guys. Let's see. Not that one. I don't like that one. That's the one I like. I'm going to try to haul this guy out. I think this is only my second or third time. Talk amongst yourselves. Villanueva, what's up, man? How you doing? Todd, what are you up to, brother? Let me grab the blower. Yeah, we're getting there. Slow and steady, I think. That's as far as I'm going to go with that thing. Just for fun, I'm going to put this in there and see what happens. Yeah, I'm not sure if I like that one. Long ways to go. Hey Johnny, how's it going? This is a piece of elm from my backyard I've had for years. I'm making 2 out of it, so I just left it on, cut my tenon. So, looks like it's releasing some pressure right there. I'm going to put a little super glue on that, and then I'm going to keep hauling. Let that seat down in there. Oh, get you turned around pretty easy. Yeah, it's releasing some, there's some stress right there on that fault line. That's where that, yeah. That's a different one. You know, this might not be as dry as I thought. I didn't put a moisture meter on it, but we'll keep hauling and see what happens. Sorry about that, guys. Let me get you in a better spot here. Well, good. Filling orders. Awesome, man. Beard palm oil. That's awesome, man. You're keeping busy, aren't you? Yeah, if you guys need some beard care, go in the weather. He's your guy. He is your guy. He's up in Nebraska. that got me there. Whew. Tries to grab it out of you. Shoop, man. Thank you, sir. Shoop joined my channel. What's up? Thank you, Shoop. And hey, am I pronouncing that correctly? Hey, Ray. How you doing, buddy? Is it shop or shoop? Because I'm from Oklahoma. I pronounce things weird. Hey, Manuel. How are you? Hey, it's starting to sound like a whistle. I think that's a good sign. I have no idea. I've only done this a few times. Well, I got to get in there and look. Pretty good. Let's see how deep we are. So, oh wow. We're pretty good then on the depth. We're like right there. We're like right there. So that's good. Right? We can go a little bit more. We have another 1/4 inch to go. That's good though. Haven't done this a lot. Hey, I hear you, man. People mispronounce my last name all the time. All right, that thing still looks like it's cracking right there, but all right, I'm gonna keep hollowing, guys. Appreciate you. Awesome, John up north got a new sub. Way to go, Ray. John's funny. Him and his wife do all kinds of cool stuff. See, we can go a little deeper. I'm going to switch to the other hand for the other banjo. Nice. Shoot just sub, John. That's awesome. This community's great, supporting each other. Get some of these tools out of my way. I'm stumbling over them. Where is my hollower? There it is. Hey, see you, Ray. Have a good evening. Keeps catching and moving me around. Oh, man, that is grabbing me inside. There we go. Oh, it's like it grabs on the inside and twists it. Maybe I'm getting too aggressive, I'm not sure. That might be it. That's probably it. Awesome, Heidi. Oh man, that likes to grab. I don't know why. I don't do a lot of hollowing, guys, so I'm learning. Oh, let's see what we got. All right. I know you do, John. Let's see how deep we are. Oh, we had a lot of chips there. Okay. Let's see. We're probably to our max depth, I would guess. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's close enough for me. Let me see. I could go. I'm still pretty thick here, though. So I'm going to keep hollowing on the side. But the depth, we're good. Oh, hello there. Oh, hello. All right, let's see what we got. Hey, Rumple, how's it going, man? We're doing something new. We're doing a hollow form. It's a piece of ash from my property I harvested probably 5 years ago. Usually about a year per inch. You know, I'd like to be better on the depth of the wall, but I don't know. Let's try that other tool, see if it does any better. It's the older style. Let's see if it does any better. I don't think it does. Well, it actually lets me feel it a little bit more. Huh. It's okay. I like the other one better. Yeah, I can see it moved my blade. It needs tightening. So I'm going to keep going with this dude. I might use the straight one. It is fun, Heidi. Maximum overhang right there. Okay. That's a, this thing can only go that far, so I'm maxed out. Okay. Alright, I don't want to overextend. If you've ever bought any of these easy tools, easy wood tools, man, they're expensive. You don't want to break one. Thanks, Rumple. Pretty neat. I hollowed out that ornament in the last month, but I really haven't made a lot of hollow. Actually, this might be my first hollow form, other than an ornament. I'm practicing. I've got one I want to make from a sponsor sent me some beautiful wood, and I want to practice, make sure I know how to do it before I try it on the nice wood. I mean, this elm from my backyard's pretty nice too. You know, I think we're going to call that good. Yeah, exactly. Look at that. I love that grain, man. It's big enough for a small pet urn. You need 1 cubic inch per pound. I've made a couple of urns for humans. Okay, I think, oh man, look, can I see through that? I don't think so. I can feel it though, like I can feel that soft inside. I'm gonna leave that though, because I'm right at the edge of poking through that. So I'm gonna clean up the outside. Yeah, let's clean this outside up. And I'm going to try to make a finial that fits down in here. Ryan, what's up, brother? What you doing, man? I'm doing my first hollow form. This is that steady rest that BM Woods sent me a while back. This is the second time I've used it. Man, it helps so much. Really helpful. I'm going to clean this end up real quick. See what that looks like. Man, this thing's great. All right. Whew. Let's clean. This is elm from my backyard, Ryan. I have elm trees and maple trees. I've been harvesting them for years. After I cut them, you put wax on the end so they don't crack. It helps control the evaporation of moisture so it decreases cracks. So we're just going to cut a small recess here. I guess that's how you do it. Let me show you. So we just made a little recess. Now we're going to make a finial that fits on that. Well, that's not as clean as I hoped. It chipped out right there. Oh well. So let me clean that up and let's sand this up, and I think we're going to make a finial. Don't get your finger trapped. I'm going to slow this down just a little bit. Hey, Rudy, how's it going? All right, guys, we got up to 55 likes. Appreciate you guys smashing that like button. It really helps the channel out. If you guys haven't followed Ryan with 77 Rockets Woodworking, he's on right now. He's learning to turn. He does a lot of cool videos. You should go check him out. We got Mike with the Whacking Shack. He was live for 3 hours today. I like to wait till he's done before I go live. Man, I'm digging it, guys. All right, so, man, what do we finish this with? What do you think we should use to finish in there? I think it's pretty cool. Check this out. It's got a little bit of spalting. And I'm not going to worry about that crack. If I try to add CA glue, I'm afraid it will look like crap. But yeah, check out that piece. I love that. That's going to be really cool. Yeah, Rumple. This is called a steady rest. It holds your spindles. I'm gonna make a second one out of this, so I just cut this in half partly. But I just saw that gouge. I didn't realize I had a big old gouge. I'm gonna have to leave that. I didn't realize I had that. Because if I go any deeper, I hollowed it out already. Let me see. I might have to fix that, guys. I didn't see that before. Whoops. Yeah, definitely. I might have to leave that. You know what? It's my first one. Dang, that's going to be pretty. Let me think. I got a wormhole. I'm just going to leave it, guys. That's aggravating. You know how it goes when you make something. I'm just going to do some extra sanding. But it'll be a beauty mark like someone said. It's one of those things you don't notice sometimes. This kind of blocks your view too. Okay, that helps a lot. Sanding that really helps. Okay, it makes me feel better, guys. Now let's bust out some higher gritting on the outside real quick. I got some 400. I'm gonna, yeah, let's bust out some 400. It should start to shine a little bit naturally from the sanding. What that does, it closes the pores. As you sand a finer grit, the pores get smaller and smaller. Usually. That's my understanding anyway. Ryan, it's really helping, man. Usually when I'm hollowing out, well, actually, this is the first time I ever hollowed, other than a little bitty ornament. That really helped a lot, man. I tried it before, and the whole thing would start to wobble. So that steady rest works. That's fantastic. All right, that's 400. Now we have some 600, and we'll call it good. And we'll put some sanding sealer on it. I'm trying to think what to finish this with. I really think something very liquidous like Danish oil would be good because you could get it inside to help seal the wood inside. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards. I haven't used it in a while, but I think that's the way I'm going to go. Man, I'm digging it so far, y'all. This is so cool to be able to make something like this, you know? Oh, yeah. Feels really nice, that 600 grit. And that's good because that's all the 600 grit I had. So now it's starting to get some checks. So it might crack the pressure. You release all the pressure when you take the... anyway. Let's add some finish to this real quick. I'm going to take the steady rest off. Man, I'm pretty happy with this thing. Wow, that actually made it possible for me to do that. I couldn't have done it without this. I've tried before and failed. Fantastic. All right, so let me grab some Danish oil. If I've got any. Oh, we need to do sanding sealer first. I forgot about that. Let's put on some homemade sanding sealer. That's going to help seal the pores even more. I went 600. I don't have a lot of higher grit sandpaper. That was it. I have, you know, you buy these little kits and they go 150 to 600. Dang, dude. Let me see if I've got any more, because that's a nice piece. See if I have any higher grit. There's 1,000. What is this? All right, I just found some 800 and 1,000 from one of my little sanding kits. We're going to go ahead and do 800 right here. That's 800. And what's cool, we're going to turn a finial for the lid. Like I said, hey Ryan, I'm practicing, you know, Brad of turningblanks.net sent me some wood. I'm practicing before I use his wood he sent me. I want to make sure I can do it, you know. All right, there's 800. Whew, dang, man. You see it starting to shine a little bit? Oh, man. There's 1,000. And normally, guys, I don't sand this high normally. I mean, honestly, I'm usually at 220 and I'm done most of the time. But you know, you spend a lot of time hollowing something like this out. You want to give it your best and make it look the absolute best it can. Dang. Holy crap, y'all. This is freaking amazing. This is awesome. Glad you guys are here for the journey. Matthew. Hey guys, I had to say hi to Matthew. He's my newest channel member. Matthew, thanks very much for your support. He's also one of my moderators, so appreciate the help, buddy. All right, let's do some sanding sealer. Then we'll do a final sand and we'll put some Danish oil. Holy crap, look at that, guys. What? Oh, man. Sorry, I get excited. This is cool. This is really cool. You know, it's really my first one. You see that little curl there? This is really my first one, so it's a big deal. I've been watching people for years make stuff like this. So when you actually make one yourself, it's like, holy crap, that's neat. You know what I mean? It really is, man. Ryan, it's an amazing journey, brother. I get to share it with all of you, so I really appreciate your support. We're going to let that dry for a couple of minutes, then we're going to sand it. We're going to put on some of this Danish oil, natural. Now, what color? We got to find a piece of wood for the top lid. Let's see what I got over here. This is my one of my piles. Trying to look for something dark. Check this piece out. It's a burl someone gave me. I don't have a freaking clue what to do with that. Make pins? I don't know. Trying to find a good piece to make the lid. Could just use a chunk of walnut. What's this? Ooh, what is this? This is fancy wood. A buddy of mine sold me his wood collection like 5 years ago when he moved. And I got a lot of these nice pieces of exotic. I have no idea. It's like some crazy dense hardwood. I don't know. I don't know if I'll just use a chunk of sapele. I know, right? Yeah, black walnut's pretty nice. Maybe we'll just do black walnut on this one. Let me see if it's big enough. Let me measure this hole. Because the plan is we want the finial, the lid, to sit right there. And that isn't much of a lip. Maybe I should have made it a little differently, but it'll be all right. But it is. Let's measure that. Oh, wow. That's pretty much an inch and a half. That's almost 2 inches, so I think this will work. So let's go, we'll go cut a piece of this. Let's cut a chunk of that and we'll make that the finial lid for this hollow form. All right, let me get some ear protection on. Always wear my PPE. I mean, if you guys are rap fans, you know what I'm talking about. You down with PPE? Yeah, you know me. Okay, so here. No, that's a big old void. All right, Van, we making time travel machines? Yes, we are. Now we're making a, we're making a lidded box. This is a hollow form. We're gonna make a finial. This walnut's gonna be a finial lid. That's what we're trying to make. So we're gonna sand this one last time. And we're gonna put on some Danish oil. All right, let's get some alcohol and wash away all that dust. Whoo, that's already looking shiny, y'all. With no finish on. Whoo, my gosh. That's freaking cool. All right, that's no finish and it's looking, man. All right, kind of digging it. Quoting Rat, tell me you're Gen X without telling me you're Gen X. Straight out of the cellar? I don't know. My sister was 2 years older than me, John. She had Rat poster in her room, man. I was more of the Motley Crue Dr. Feelgood in high school. It's some pretty old Danish oil, but we're gonna, hopefully it works. It ought to be fine. All right, Danish oil going on. We're going pretty heavy with that first coat. Kind of like a flood coat, I guess. Gonna suck it up, and we're gonna follow it along and wipe off the extra. We're just flooding it on there. Especially this hole. It's like a wormhole, a couple of wormholes. Just trying to seal it all up. All right. Do the same. Gosh, y'all. What's up? This is looking good. This is the end grain. So end grain's like a straw. So like a bunch of straw. So it will suck up the finish. Just like glue as well. It'll suck up glue and finish. All right. I'm just gonna soak this brush, dip it in there, swirl it around. Try to get as much as I can, and honestly, I'll put more in it. This is also gonna help seal it inside to where you have more even absorption and evaporation of moisture. It's one of the reasons you wanna try to get all these, the wall thickness and the base fairly consistent. And I might put more of this on once it's out. All right, so, okay, Matthew says, why did you cut on all the length instead of cutting just a small piece on the miter saw, then cutting on the table saw? Well, Matthew, sometimes I waste wood. There's the truth. You're right, Matthew. You know, Matthew's a good wood accountability partner. All right, guys, check it out. I am not hating it at all. Look at that stuff. That's just starting to look great. Man. I know, Matthew. Hey, Bad Dragon, this is some elm I harvested from my backyard like 4 or 5 years ago. So I've got a lot of elm in my other shed. This is actually one piece. We're gonna cut this off and I'll have another one to make too, a shorter one. Thanks, Heidi. Man, this is so cool. No, we're gonna make the top out of this. We want contrasting woods. But maybe in the next one, John. All right, so we're gonna be done with the Danish oil for a bit. So we're gonna take this off the chuck and we're gonna make that finial. Oopsie. I forget what the recoat time is on Danish oil. I haven't used it in a while. It's like one of the first finishes I've used, like years ago. I've been doing woodworking. Oh, sorry guys. That phone just nosedived. I've been woodworking, I don't know, probably 9 years. Full-time for 3 years. At the end of this year, I'm going back to my previous career. I was just a little too hard to make enough. But thanks, Shoop. Oh man, I'm digging it. This really is my first hollow form. I made this as an ornament a few weeks ago. So that was my first hollowing. That's my first hollow form. So let's take this off. Yeah, it's looking good. I'm pretty happy. Let's take this off and then, we can get it off. It's on there, man. There we go. We'll set it aside. Actually, you know what? Actually, I did pretty good getting that Danish oil on the inside. Not too bad. Man, it sucks. You can see the spots you missed, but whatever. I'll get it in a little bit. I'm going to grab a drink. We'll get started on this. Let's see if this one will go that wide. That's a big piece of walnut. I don't know if it'll go that wide or not. Probably, yeah, it looks like it. Okay. There we go. Okay, we good. Let me get my tailstock going. Hey, Shoop. Thanks for sharing John up north. You're right, Matthew. I take all my rags every time and I put them in a metal container outside of the shop. Hey, Franklin, how's it going? So now I'm gonna go grab a drink, and then we're gonna make a finial lid for this box, or this hollow form. So this is what we've made so far. We're trying to make the lid, the finial that sits right there. So we're gonna measure this bad boy. Let's see. Okay, so we got our measurement for the outside. We'll start there. Let me grab my face shield. I don't know what I did with it. All right, let's turn this finial lid. Let's see. All right, see you, Shoot. Yeah, sorry about that. Whoa, about to stab myself. Careful with your chisels. That's pretty close. Let's see how we looking. Okay, that's good for the outside. Let me get the inside lip. Let me get that measurement. Okay. Better get my tailstock here supported a little bit. That's the outer. That's pretty close. I think that's a pretty good fit, y'all. All right, let's make the finial. All right. Hey, Paulo, how are you? right, there's our onion. Almost. All right, so let's keep going over here. All right, there's that. Let's test the fit real quick. Well, shoot. Could have sworn it fit earlier. Dang it. I'm a little... That needs to be a little smaller. Just a little. So what I'll do is carve that out just a hair, and this will fit just fine. Well, let's finish turning this. Let's get our other mount up. Hey, thanks, John. Hey, man, for my first one, this is cool. I'm happy about it. Let's go get my other chuck. This little pin jaw chuck from BM Wood turning, man, it's really opened some doors to making finials. Because now, like this, we can just clamp it here so we can keep finishing the end. Well, I thought I said that. Oh, come on. Oh man. Maybe not. Come on. Oh yeah, barely. Whoa. Okay. Good to know. Ooh, that's a little wonky. Pretty true. That's pretty true. So let's clean this up and make a point out of it. Yeah, John, that would work. Oh, come on. I guess I didn't have it on tight enough. I guess I didn't crank it down at all, did I? Whoop. Throwing stuff. Okay. Ooh, I did it. Nice. I watched BW Woodworks. He did that technique to support the piece. All right. So now let's put some Danish oil on that. Actually, on this one, we're not going to put Danish oil. We're going to put our homemade shine juice on it. Actually, we're going to sand this up a little bit first. I'll put some sanding sealer on this, if I knew where it went. There we go. There's the sanding sealer. That's just sealer. Once that dries, we're going to sand. That should be a couple minutes. Here's what it's going to fit. This is what we just made tonight on the live. This is an elm hollow form. I think it's going to look pretty nice. Oh, let me look, Matthew. Oh, about Rubio? Yeah, all the oily rags I dispose of. That's already dry, so now we're going to put our homemade shine juice. Oh, it's shiny. We'll put 2 coats on there of that. Was that the comment about the oily rags, Matthew? Yeah, I appreciate that public service announcement. All right, there's the finish. Now we're going to add a little wax. Hey, what's up, Happy? All right, guys. Let's see how we did. It's a little, we realized it was a little tight. That's what it looks like. Oh, man. I dropped it. All right. Let's put the hollow form back on. That's what we just made tonight, this hollow form up top. That's a piece of ash I harvested from my backyard about 4 or 5 years ago. I'm going to make another hollow form out of this piece. All right, so it's just a tad tight in there. Ooh, dang, y'all. Oh, wow. That's the fit we want. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that's cool. Wow. All right. So I'm going to come back tomorrow, put another, at least 2 more coats on this, and then I'm going to finish the bottom. That's what it looks like, guys. Wow, that's cool. What do you guys think? My first hollow form. It can maybe be sanded a little more. Thanks, Rumple. Appreciate you. Hey, thanks, Lions Fish Shop. I appreciate that. It is still a little tight. So, the sanding, oh well, I better go ahead and just keep sanding. I don't want to mess anything up. If I take a cut, it'd be too much. Okay. That's much better. Okay. Man, I'm really happy with that, guys. The grain on this is just, look at that. Really like that. There's some spalting. What makes it really special is this is from my backyard. So this is my first lidded form, or my first hollow form with a lid. Yeah, me too, Rumple. Looks cool, right? It adds character. So I'm gonna call that a night. I guess I've been in the shop probably 3 hours today. Appreciate you guys hanging around. As always, please like, subscribe. I put out a new video yesterday about how I made a laser cut sign. Later this week, I'll have a video out on a Banggood tool. Give you my opinion on that. Hey, Lions Fish Shop. He says, hey, what kind of wood is that? Lions Fish Shop, that is elm. That's from my backyard. I harvested, like when I cut down a couple of elm trees 4 or 5 years ago, and I seal the ends with wax. That helps control evaporation. You're trying to control evaporation, make it evaporate evenly so you have less cracking and checking. So, yeah, very happy with that. But I'll get on tomorrow. I'm going to put 2 more coats of Danish oil inside and out of the hollow form. And then once that's done, I'll part it off and finish the bottom of it. So, yeah, appreciate you guys hanging out. Catch you on the next one. Later.